Today, I'm going to explain a comedy school anime called Shimoneta, a boring world where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. A group of boys is hiding in an abandoned building, keeping themselves hidden from the light of the sun, the judging eyes of a cruel and oppressive society. Together, they relish in their piles of highly illegal contraband, babe mags. While one of them is tearing through the centerfold of one, he hungrily declares that he's in for a PP sizzler. Wrong move. Now, the band around his neck is flashing. You can't say PP sizzler. You said PP sizzler, too. His friends' idiotic clamor all have their neck devices sounding off an alarm, and in no time at all, a SWAT team comes bursting through the window. The boys are electrocuted, struck with batons, and apprehended. But worst of all, their babe mags are promptly razed to the ground. Welcome to modern-day Japan, where obscene language and materials have been completely outlawed. The citizens are required to wear devices on their necks called digital peacemaker terminals or PMs to track their words. So anytime they say something your 10-year-old cousin will want to have in their vocabulary, the government will be alerted and the potty mouth will be captured. This decree has led to Japan becoming the purest country with pristine public morals, enabling the youth to live upstanding lives with sheets that hardly need washing. And now, Tanukichi Akuma is taking his entrance exam at Taikutsu Academy, which stands at the top of the academic moral ranking system. But that's not the reason he's striving to get in. It's because of Anna, the love of his life from childhood. Days later, Tanukichi rides the train, elated by the thought of finally meeting Anna. While he's excitedly imagining just how pretty she'll look, his fun is spoiled when he catches a man, no, boy, a big boy, staring at him. His excitement is promptly replaced with dread as he wonders if this dude's a predator out to get him. Though he perishes the thought, a woman quickly accuses the boy of touching her bum area. This catches the commuter's attention, and the boy vehemently denies the accusation. Though Tanukichi's just a bystander, he thinks about doing Anna proud, so he puts on a bandana and slyly takes the blame for touching the lady's no circle. He drags her out of the train so she can turn him in, and once outside, she gets mad at him for ruining her chances of making money out of the guy in the train. Unfortunately, Tanukichi's heroic deed quickly backfires when she starts calling the security guards on him. But just as he's getting cornered, a divine intervention appears, and that divine intervention comes in the form of a woman stood upon the platform while wearing an underwear over her face and a towel draped over her body. Her name is Blue Tundra, and she makes her entrance by shouting out a dirty word. This has everyone fleeing for their lives and calling her a terrorist, while the police, who are clearly familiar with her, move in to arrest the dastardly fiend. But before they could touch her, she proudly announces that she's not wearing anything underneath the towel, so they can't do anything to her. With the force effectively immobilized, Blue Tundra proceeds with disseminating her parting gift by raining indecent images down on the repressed and deprived citizens. Suddenly, she approaches Tanukichi, assuring him that she'll handle things before reminding him that he'll be late for the entrance ceremony. Before he could ask her how he knows this, she runs away, leaving Tanukichi to escape the station. During the entrance ceremony, Tanukichi's in cloud 9 as he can finally see Anna in the flesh while she makes her opening speech. He shamelessly replays her speech even in the classroom, which he can project with his digital wristband. While he's busy daydreaming about her, a creepy girl suddenly emerges from between his legs. After quietly introducing herself as Fua Hyoka, she asks him a peculiar question. How are babies made? As awkward as this whole ordeal is, their other classmates are also curious about the answer since Taikutsu's completely sheltered them from learning these things. And Tanukichi, being a transferee from a low public morals school, is expected to know the answer to this. He tries to play it cool and give her the same textbook answer about a man and woman falling in love, holding hands, yada. No. Hyoka doesn't accept this answer since love's too arbitrary a concept and quietly insists that he satisfy her curiosity. She's been perusing pregnant women in a gynecologist clinic, hoping to get her answers, but none of them ever gave her a straight answer, and she was eventually banned from the clinic. While she's giving him the choice between explaining and demonstrating baby making to her, Hyoka is promptly smacked in the head by the vice president of the student council, Kaju Ayame. The bespectacled, no-nonsense girl tells Tanukichi that the council wants him to be their general affairs manager in training. He eagerly accepts this, but suddenly, Hyoka comes back to life, and while her face is basically pressed up against his crotch, she brings up her hypothesis. A man's quote-unquote hose is the key to pregnancy. In the council meeting, Tanukichi gets mesmerized as Anna Nishikinomiya introduces herself to him. She says that she's been eagerly waiting for him, but the boy beside her butts in and says that he doesn't see the eagerness in Anna's expression at all. Tanukichi's shocked when he sees that it is the same guy from the train. He demands to know what he's doing there, and as it turns out, he's the secretary-treasurer of the student council. His name is Goriki Reiki, Tanukichi's senior. Anna then diverts their attention back to the agenda and invites Tanukichi to become one of the protectors of the school's public morality. He accepts the position without hesitation, but he asks why he got chosen when his alma mater is at the bottom of the morality ranking. Anna says it is the exact reason why. The school is facing a morality crisis because of an anonymous criminal called Blue Tundra. She's been traumatizing people left and right in the First Purity metropolitan area with her obscene tricks. Anna fears that there'll be a decline in public morality if Blue Tundra is not apprehended. But the problem is that Anna doesn't even know what indecency means. She's never been exposed to any form of obscenity, that is until she encountered Blue Tundra. The feeling she got after getting exposed to such vulgarity was something that Anna couldn't even put into words. Upon hearing this, Tanukichi praises Anna, telling her that she's a paragon of purity. With confidence, Anna says that because Tanukichi has been in the most corrupt and carnal high school, he will know what indecency is. Tanukichi takes on the challenge with the utmost eagerness and shares his goal of getting closer to Anna and becoming a better man through this journey. Anna smiles, seemingly impressed by him. Then, she tells Ayame to show Tanukichi the ropes. In a deserted restaurant, Ayame encourages Tanukichi to talk about anything. Then, she praises his acting during the student council, specifically his impressive statement about taking the job. Weirded out, Tanukichi drinks water to hide his unease. But Ayame continues and declares that he's everything she has hoped for and that he's a man with steel balls. This unexpected indecent statement from her causes Tanukichi to spit out his drink. But Ayame doesn't stop there. She even jokes that spurting on her face when they're just getting started isn't a good sign of stamina. The dirty jokes throw Tanukichi into a spiral of confusion until he sees the mask she proudly wears on her face. It is a piece of women's underwear. Horrified, Tanukichi yells but can't finish his sentence. Ayame arrogantly announces that she's the naughty terrorist Blue Tundra. She makes a lewd movement, having fun with her dirty jokes. However, Tanukichi is not enjoying it and ends her fun by calling Peacemaker Control to report her. Ayame dives to stop Tanukichi. While struggling to make the call, Tanukichi sees a waiter and tells him that Ayame is Blue Tundra. The old man's reaction is only a cold acknowledgement that he knows who exactly Ayame is. Once he's calmed down, he makes it clear that his only goal is to be closer to Anna and nothing else. Truth be told, Ayame expected Tanukichi to be corrupt, just like his notorious father, Akuma Zenjuru. But it turns out that the moment Tanukichi laid eyes on Anna, he wanted to change from being a corrupt boy to an upstanding man. In the face of his expression of true love, Ayame laughs hysterically before menacingly telling him that she can't just let him leave now that he knows who Blue Tundra really is. A few moments later, Tanukichi finds himself bound to a chair. He tries and pleads to be released, but Ayame has another priority. That priority is to ask him to be a member of SOX, the group she founded. Its sole purpose is to bring down the Public Morals in Education Act. But since he really wants to be a moral citizen, Tanukichi vehemently refuses to join her group. This makes Ayame ask if he doesn't want to join because he doesn't like the name. SOX stands for Redacted happens most often on Xmas, another one of her terrible vulgar jokes. Tanukichi yells that he doesn't care. But Ayame continues and shares it's such a shame he's such a prude when his name has such wonderful meaning. Still, the boy continues to yell in protest. Ayame just ignores him and explains where Tanukichi came from instead. Long ago, there was a myth that a traditional Japanese spirit named Tanuki existed with enlarged nutsacks. So, she teases him that he must stand proud his descendant has a huge junk. But Tanukichi disagrees. Ayame walks closer and stares at Tanukichi's private part and says that she thinks that the part of him that stands proudest is in his pants. With that and a few more lewd jokes, Tanukichi finally realizes that Ayame's PM never sends out an alarm, so he yells and asks Ayame about it. It turns out the girl has a special cell phone that allows her to say anything within 3 minutes. This was gifted to her by her father, Endo Masahi, who had extremely opposed the Public Morals in Education Act. She remembers the day her father gave her the cell phone. She boasts that he told her to take the cell phone and make the most out of it due to her extraordinary love for lewd remarks. From that day on, Ayame had vowed to change society so she can freely say whatever joke she wants. Now that one of the reasons she formed SOX is out, she asks Tanukichi again to join her. He still refuses. His constant refusal makes Ayame resort to blackmail. She threatens to report to the Peacemaker Control that he's an offender if he doesn't join SOX. Tanukichi says when she does that, he will report her as well. But Ayame goes for the jugular, Tanukichi's crush on Anna. She says that Anna will be affected if it gets out that a student council member is Blue Tundra. This makes him yell in frustration Anna's and best friend. The next day, if Anna finds out that she's himself in the chemistry room, will be devastated due to her putting sleeping gas in his locker. Being Anna's closest friend, once again, she can help him. She asks him how babies are made. In the end, she shows him her experiment doesn't even how flies reproduce response. Combining their lower bodies that the two of them will create a naughty new world. So, she hypothesizes that the human way is practically the same. Tanukichi responds that humans are not robots, so combining is not possible, then promptly runs away from the weird girl. But the absurd lovemaking talks didn't stop there because Tanukichi overhears teenage boys' theories in the restroom. They spout myths like they will grow mammary glands if they wear a girl's upper undergarment, or their junk will fall off if they wear a girl's bottom undergarment. Shocked, Tanukichi can't believe how clueless those boys are. So, when he meets Ayame again, he shares what he overheard. Ayame replies that as members of SOX, she and Tanukichi must educate the clueless about what combining means and bust some myths about sensuality. As they talk about combining, Tanukichi shares about Hyoka's obsession with babymaking. He shares her experiment about flies combining. The minute Ayame hears the word flies, she smiles mischievously. Then, she announces that the upcoming school assembly will be more exciting because of an unexpected film show. That weekend, the students gather for another school assembly. But for Ayame, it's more than an assembly. It's a dream come true to bring to the academy a world where the concept of dirty jokes exists. As SOX prepares for the plan, Ayame hands the head mask to Tanukichi and says that, unfortunately, the underwear isn't used. The very perturbed Tanukichi yells that it's not his main concern. During the assembly, the first step to Ayame's plans commences. Countless lewd pictures rain down from the ceiling, wreaking havoc on the students' emotions. Ayame takes advantage of the ensuing chaos and diverts Anna and Reiki outside the auditorium. With the second part of her plan unlocked, it's time for the main event. Ayame plays a stimulating film about quote-unquote, combining of two flies. This invokes unexplained feelings from the students, achieving Ayame's goal. Outside, Tanukichi pretends to be Blue Tundra to distract Anna and Reiki. His conflicting emotions confuse him. A part of him knows everything he's doing is wrong, but he can't deny that he feels satisfaction when he defies the law. The day after the successful mission, Ayame and Tanukichi reconvene to enjoy their victory. To be more accurate, Ayame celebrates while Tanukichi is in a bad mood. She keeps yelling lewd puns, to her accomplice's annoyance. Still, she congratulates him for doing a good job of distracting Anna and the rest of the council. Because of him, she was able to show an explicit play-by-play process of fornication. She's sure that even the densest student has connected the dots of how pregnancy really works. She says this while playing with her food, inserting a chocolate stick in and out of a vanilla-filled biscuit, another dirty joke. When Tanukichi calls her out, she coyly responds that it only looks dirty because his mind is. He continues to frown as she grins and teases him about what he drew on the gymnasium wall. It is then revealed that Ayame instructed Tanukichi to draw a man's private part. But instead, he drew a symbol for an electric plant. She pokes fun at him until Tanukichi's frustrated screams ring out of the restaurant. At the council meeting, the electric plant drawing confuses Anna. She expresses her worries about the major attack that happened during the assembly. Meanwhile, Tanukichi continues to be racked with guilt as he listens to Anna's concerns. It turns out that the film Ayame showed regarding combining of the flies still doesn't make sense to Anna and Reiki. However, the rest of the students in the campus tell Reiki that it has obscene meaning. So, he glares at Tanukichi and accuses him of knowing about the video. His angry rants about Tanukichi, saying that he will never trust the son of an anarchist. Ayame then reveals Reiki did a background check on Tanukichi the day they met on the train. That's why he was staring so intently at him. Reiki had been tailing him this whole time. And as Ayame points out, even though Tanukichi saved Reiki there, the senior's still acting all proud. Put on the spot, Tanukichi has no choice but to explain why he has come to the academy. He declares that he is indeed the son of the radical, Akuma Zanjuru. When he was a kid, his father taught him how to live a life where lewd jokes existed. His father used to tell funny ones, so that's why he loved them. However, after his father fought for the freedom of indecent jokes, he was arrested. This left Tanukichi without a father and got an awful lot of judgment from other people. He also had to move to a different school. The loneliness and isolation drove Tanukichi to hate not just dirty jokes, but his father, too. Tanukichi first met Anna in the school he transferred to. She's the only person who did not run away from him and judge him because of his father. That's why, from then on, he vowed to become a person with a pure heart just like hers. After their little conversation, Ayame compliments him for his speech and making Anna and Reiki trust him. Try as Tanukichi may to insist that he was being genuine, Ayame dismisses him and begins talking about their next plan. In a stroke of irony, now that Tanukichi's getting close to Anna, the person who inspired him to live a more upstanding life, he's also being forced to face the part of his life he had grown to hate through Ayame's antics. Only time will tell which path Tanukichi will take, but one thing's for sure, he's in for a wild ride. That's what she said. If you made it this far into the video, here's a cookie. Please subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell to stay updated. More fun anime coming soon. See you in the next one.